How's it going, everybody? This is Russ here, along with
Tony.
and today we're going to review Pacific Rim Uprising. I actually wound up seeing this movie because my girlfriend's really into the Pacific Rim movies, and she showed me the first one, and she wanted, and of course she wanted to see the second one, and we actually wound up seeing it with Tony because Tony also wanted to see the second.
I also really liked the first one. Yeah.
I mean, I liked the first one, but I was just happy that they enjoyed it. You know, hey, it was cool watching robots fighting each other. This time, though, personally, and I know this is where not only Tony disagrees with me, but
I would just like to interrupt to say we have to tell people that we missed, like, what'd you say, first 10 or 15 minutes of the movie?
we missed a couple minutes of the movie because we got there a few minutes late, so...
Yeah.
but from at least where we got, I actually enjoyed this installment a lot more than the first one, truthfully. My issue with the first movie was that, I mean, it basically came down to the robots fighting the monsters because the human characters just felt very cliche to me. They just felt like they were just there to recite the lines that were written, you know, in the script. In this movie, they were given a lot more character, and John Boyega was one of the main actors in the movie, and being that they let him talk normally, rather than having to make sure he said everything with an American accent like he did in the Star Wars movies, he actually had more room to do, you know, what he's good at, acting, in this movie. So I was really impressed with his performance in this movie. I was able to get more invested in the main characters, and as a result, I was able to appreciate the Jaegers, the robots, fighting the Kaiju, the monsters, a lot more.
Yeah, I disagree with you on the movie as a whole. I like the first one a lot better, but I definitely agree with you about John Boyega. He is the best actor in this movie. He has the biggest part, of course, too, and I just like his character a lot more than I did as Finn. I mean, he's just a more likable character. What can I say? The story on this movie, though, it just wasn't that good. I mean, or it was. I'm not sure why I don't like it as much as the first one. Maybe it just wasn't directed as well. But one thing I do know is that the first movie was more artistically done. The visuals were a lot better. The themes was a lot better. You said we went with your girlfriend Cecilia, correct? And I was talking to her, and I said there's a scene in the first one where they show there's a flashback scene where they show this young girl she only had one shoe left, and she only had this one shoe, and that scene, it just seemed very artistic to me. I don't know why. But there was kind of a theme going on with shoes in that movie. Maybe I'm just seeing more into it than what other people are seeing. But like at the end of the movie, the character of what I was disappointed about this one. Maybe he was in it and we just missed the first part. But there, in the first movie, they had one of my favorite actors. Oh gosh, what's his name?
Idris Elba?
Hellboy. Ron Perlman.
Yes.
And Ron Perlman, the first one, and he was great in that first movie.
He was good.
And he's really missing here. And at the post-credit scene in that one, he's missing his shoe too, so it kind of comes around in a weird way. But yeah, I missed him. I missed, like you said, Idris Elba was really good in the first one, so I missed him. They spoilers, they kill off his daughter or his adopted daughter in this one. So I was like, I was mad that she died. The main character himself didn't come back. I honestly forget the character's name. To be honest with you, the actor wasn't that good. But I was like, there was so much missing in this second one. It just didn't live up to me. I liked aspects of it. I liked the new girl, I forget what her name was, the young girl who had the scrapper Jaeger. I liked her. I liked John Boyega. That was about it in this first one. The other guy, they had like a love triangle with this other guy, with this other girl. It just, this one just didn't have the heart of the first one, in my opinion.
I mean, one thing I will give Tony on this one, basically my girlfriend said, yes, it was one of those dystopian post-apocalyptic scenarios, but the people at least seemed hopeful in the first one, and so she gave that credit. I could see where she and Tony are coming with that. Yeah. My thing with it was, though, I had a harder time getting invested because the characters were just such stock characters in the first one. It kind of just came down to watching the robots fight the monsters, and again, I was fine with that, but what I liked about this one is this time I was able to get invested in the ones controlling the robots as well, so when I can get more invested in the humans inside of them, that gets me invested more in the whole thing. And yes, I know the whole thing where you found the 4 Jaegers at the end fighting the monster. It was a bit on the cliche end, but I kind of enjoyed that. I did. And fighting that giant, was it a Jaiku or it was?
No, you make Jaegers and now you make me forget what it's called. Kaiju.
Kaiju, yeah, the giant kaiju. They finally went up against it, and it was like, yeah. I mean, like even my girlfriend says, they take advantage of all the cliches that are there. Yet they do. They own those cliches. Yeah. And the thing is, I admit that may clash with the fact that we had a lot better acting in this movie, so you got more investment with the writers. But it's just because we got the investment with the writers that I just enjoyed it more. It kept me invested the whole time. Whereas the first one, I really had to fight to keep invested. Like I'd attach myself to first the scientist, then to Ron Perlman's character. But here, I was constantly attached to John Boyega's character, and that really held me throughout, pretty much.
Yeah. I mean, I admit fully that the first one had the whole ton of stereotypes. They had the Russian stereotypes, they had the Chinese stereotypes, the Australian stereotypes, but that didn't bother me. And the Japanese stereotypes, for me at least, this is where we disagree, is the characters were a lot better in the first one that's just my opinion.
I did not think so.
But he disagrees.
I was able to get more invested this time around.
Anything else you?
I don't really have anything else to say.
Well, they were great. So.
I'm going to give mine a B+. Like I said, I mean, you can't go wrong with monsters fighting robots. You can't. But when you can get invested in the guys controlling the robots against the monsters, then it gets even better. So that's what I'm going with.
I'm going to have to give this a C-. I'll have to go that.
Wow.
It just, like I said, it's the opposite with you. This one seemed more cliche to me. The action wasn't as good. The artistry behind the camera. I mean, Guillermo del Toro is just an infinite better director than whoever directed this movie. His style was all over the first one. This one didn't have any style to it.
That's what my girlfriend said. I didn't really see I didn't see his influences much. But she's like, "Are you kidding me? I really didn't see it that much." I don't know. That's just me, though.
Well, yeah, we just have to disagree on this.
Fine, that's fine.
So,
this is Russ,
Tony,
and we'll see you next time.
This video is sponsored by the Crazy Kings of Toys. Check them out for all your toy needs and find out why they are so crazy. Find them on eBay, Bricklink, and Facebook. Links are in the description. For more Toxic Pop, visit our website at toxicpop1.wixsite.com/toxicpop. Email us at toxicpop1@gmail.com and check us out on Facebook at facebook.com/toxicpop1 and Instagram at instagram.com/wearetoxicpop. Links are in the description.